This is the Southside School of Financial Freedom Market Report and Small Account Update for the week ending March 30th, 2024. The market finished mixed this week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average increased 0.12% on Thursday and was up 0.84% for the week. The S&P 500 increased 0.11% on Thursday and was up 0.39% for the week. The Nasdaq decreased minus 0.12% on Thursday and was down minus 0.3% for the week. The market was closed on Friday. Looking at the week, we can see that there were 5 up finishes versus 7 down finishes for the major indexes. On Monday and Tuesday, all the major indexes finished down. On Wednesday, they all finished up. And on Thursday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500 finished up, while the Nasdaq finished down. How did you do? My small account finished 3.42% higher and generated cash flow of 1.16%. Even when the market falls and or my account doesn't do well, I still get income or cash flow by selling covered calls and naked puts. This method does not only guarantee cash flow or income, it can also beat the S&P 500. I don't use charts. I don't use fundamental analysis. I don't use indicators or signals. And I definitely don't sit in front of a computer screen all day to watch the market. I simply choose a stock from my watch list to sell covered calls and or naked puts. I do have 5 criteria for choosing stocks to put on my trading watch list. I will not reveal what my criteria are, but if you examine my list, you may be able to figure out the criteria for yourself. The last row, however, is my benchmark row. That is, I measure my performance against gold, silver, and the S&P 500. I choose the stock option based on whether I own the stock or I would like to own the stock. I choose a strike price, an expiration date, a bid, and I submit a limit order. Then I wait for execution. If the sale does not execute, I may change my order or wait until the next day to submit a new order. Looking at my watch list from the week, the strongest performer on the list was Blink Charging Company in the second column. It was up 1.01% on Thursday and increased 25.94% for the week. Blink Charging Company owns, operates, manufactures, and provides electric vehicle charging equipment and network EV charging services in the United States and internationally. Blink offers residential and commercial EV charging equipment that enable EV drivers to recharge at various location types. It has the Blink Network, which is a cloud-based system that operates, maintains, and manages various Blink charging stations and associated charging data, back-end operations, and payment processing. The company has a host of strategic partnerships with airports, auto dealers, healthcare facilities, hotels, restaurants, and municipalities that place Blink charging stations in a variety of locations. Looking at a summary of results, you can see that Blink has decreased minus 11.21% year to date. I have generated cash flow from Blink in the past, and this week I generated cash flow from selling 4 different option contracts, 3 calls, and 1 put that range from $7.34 to $19.34. So on Monday, I sold a put for $11.34. On Tuesday, I sold a call for $8.34. On Wednesday, I sold a call for $19.34. And on Thursday, I sold a call for $7.34. That's a total of $46.36. And yes, that is not a lot of money, but the account is small, and $46.36 in cash flow was 1.16% of my account value. With this system, this money is free and clear. You can take it out of your account and spend it, or leave it in to build your cash balance and or invest it. If you want to increase the amount of cash flow, just use a larger account. For example, to 10x the cash flow to $460.60, use a larger account and instead of selling one of everything that I sold, sell 10. This strategy is guaranteed to produce cash flow immediately and every week that it is applied. However, it does not guarantee the amount of cash flow from week to week nor the value of your account. The amount varies and the account value varies. Despite the variations in amount and value, the goal is to generate cash flow and beat the S&P 500. And that is what I am openly showing you every week as it happens. Note, most professional money managers and their strategies do not consistently beat the S&P 500 every year. They usually lose, and they lose by a lot. Last year, this method beat the S&P 500 by about 12%. But yes, in 2024, my account is down minus 13.54% versus 10.05% up for SPY, which is an SP 500 ETF. That's a difference of 23.59%. So I am losing to the S&P 500 by over 23.5% after the first quarter of the year. 3 more quarters to make a comeback. It is not unusual to beat the S&P 500 one year and then lose to the index the next year. Will I befall the same fate? Or will I be able to make the comeback in the next 3 quarters? This week, SPY gained only 0.36%, while my account gained 3.42%. Will I continue to gain on the S&P 500? Tune in next week to find out. Bitcoin Watch. Bitcoin gained 9.67% this past week and is in a bull market. It is trading near all-time highs. It is up almost 69% year to date. Bitcoin may be the only long-term investment you need. What do you think? What is your strategy? Do you know how to produce cash flow every week and beat the S&P 500? Or do you invest in Bitcoin? Do you invest in the S&P 500? Those two may be the only investments that you actually need for the next decade. As you develop, analyze, and implement your strategy, please check back to see how my small account performs against the S&P 500 from week to week by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you.